Imagine spending every day holding a porcelain mask in front of your face. It's beautiful, admired by everyone. It's the mask of the successful one, the person who has it all figured out, the perfect child. But behind it, your face is tired. Your arms ache from the effort of keeping it in place. And then, a small crack appears. Your first reaction isn't relief, it's panic. You rush to find the best glue, the perfect paint to disguise the imperfection, to fix the mask before anyone notices. We've been taught that life is a project of constant repair. But what if the panic you feel isn't about the mask break, but about the terrifying fear of what happens when it finally falls? This metaphor of the mask takes us directly to the heart of the problem. The exhausting struggle to maintain an identity, a persona, that no longer represents who we are. This video isn't about giving you stronger glue. It's about giving you the courage to let the pieces fall to the ground and see what happens next. What if I told you that the feeling that you're breaking is actually the sound of your own liberation? By the end of this video, you won't learn how to fix yourself, but rather to understand why the most important demolition of your life is the true beginning of your construction. So this mask, this identity we spend our lives polishing and mending, has a name. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung called it the persona. Think of it as your interface with the world. It's your resume, the way you dress, your role as a professional, a friend, a parent. It's an absolutely necessary social tool. Without it, we would be naked and vulnerable in every interaction. The problem isn't having a mask. We all need one to navigate the complexity of social life. The danger, and this is where our anguish begins, is when we completely identify with, when the character's voice becomes louder than our own. This persona doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's shaped by our family's expectations. You need to be the responsible one. By culture, success means having this and that, and most importantly, by our traumas. The parts of ourselves we learn to hide in order to be loved and accepted. We cling to it with tooth and nail because it gave us a place in the world. It gave us a sense of belonging, of security. Abandoning it feels like social suicide. And so, we spend years, decades, dedicating our energy to keeping this character upright. But the truth is, the person you're trying so hard to fix might not even be you. It's just the actor you learned to play to survive. And when you feel that pang of fraud, that sense of being an imposter in your own existence, know that you are not alone. That is the first whisper from your soul telling you the script no longer fits. But life, with its brutal honesty, always comes to collect. Inevitably, it places us in front of a mirror our persona cannot withstand. It could be a career crisis that shatters your successful identity, the end of a relationship that forces you to face who you are without the other person, a loss that makes forced optimism unsustainable. It's in these moments that the cracks become fissures. It's the collapse. And it feels like a free fall. The anguish, confusion, and despair that accompany this stage are overwhelming. We look inside and recognize nothing. Old certainties dissolve. And the future, which seemed like a straight line, becomes an abyss. Our social programming tells us this is weakness, that you've lost control, that you need to pull yourself together. But what's happening is the exact opposite. This collapse isn't a sign that you're broken, but a sign that you are outgrowing your old form. It's the existential crisis in its purest and most necessary manifestation. The Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard had a name for this: angst. He didn't see it as a disorder to be medicated, but as the dizziness of freedom. It's the feeling that arises when you realize the script is over, and now you have to choose your own path, without the old rules to guide you. The collapse of your old identity forces you to face the abyss of who you could be. It's terrifying, no doubt. But as Kierkegaard knew, it is the indispensable prerequisite for an authentic choice. This anxiety isn't the problem. It's the call to the adventure of your own life. And this is where the biggest mindset shift happens. Facing the pieces of your mask on the floor, your first instinct is to try to put it all back together, to glue it back, to pretend nothing happened. Our paradigm is one of fixing, adding, improving. But the real solution lies in the opposite direction. The collapse is not a flaw to be repaired, but the ego death necessary for the next stage of your being. The work isn't to fix yourself, but rather to let die what is no longer true. It's to stop investing energy in what is false. It is a process of subtraction, not addition. The happiness and peace you seek won't come from adding another layer to your persona, from getting a new achievement to decorate the mask. They will come from letting go of the weight of who you are not. This wisdom, which seems so counterintuitive to our Western mind focused on effort and control, is the foundation of much of Eastern thought. The philosopher Alan Watts captured this perfectly in his idea of the wisdom of insecurity. He said that our incessant attempt to solidify and protect the self is like trying to grasp water with your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it escapes. True mastery, True peace lies in relaxing your hand and allowing life to flow through you. The solution to the collapse is not to build higher walls, but to learn how to swim. It's liberation through surrender, not through force. It's understanding that the pain you feel is not the pain of death, but the pain of birth. You are not broken, you are in transition, and this pain has a sacred purpose. So, how do you begin this process consciously? How do you turn this philosophy into practice? It's not about one big explosion, but about small shifts in perception in your daily life. Here are 3 insights to help you facilitate this process of letting die. The first, observe the act. Instead of judging or criticizing yourself when you catch yourself acting in a way that doesn't feel authentic, just observe with curiosity. When your persona steps in to please someone, to avoid conflict, or to seem intelligent, just notice it, without judgment. Think, that's the version of me that needs everyone's approval. This simple observation creates a crucial distance between you and the mask. You stop being the actor and become the audience of your own life. And in that space, choice becomes possible. The second step is, embrace the cracks. Our tendency is to suppress feelings that don't fit our persona. Anger, envy, deep sadness, laziness. We see them as flaws to be fixed. The proposal here is to change the question. When one of these inappropriate feelings arises, instead of trying to get rid of it, ask with genuine curiosity, what is this crack in my mask trying to show me about what lies beneath? What is this anger defending? What is this sadness mourning? These feelings are messengers from your deepest self. They are the map pointing the way back home. Embracing them doesn't mean being dominated by them, but honoring the truth they carry. And finally, the third insight, follow the subtle energy. The true self, your essence, rarely shouts. It whispers. The persona is loud, driven by fear and the need for external validation. The self manifests much more subtly. It's that unexplainable curiosity for a hobby that doesn't seem productive. It's that feeling of peace when you're in a certain place or with a certain person. It's that yes or no you feel in your body, even before your rational mind kicks in. Start paying attention to these small sources of genuine energy throughout your day. Follow that curiosity, even if it seems illogical to your persona. Every step you take toward what truly energizes you, no matter how small, is a step out of the prison and toward yourself. At the beginning, I said that the feeling of breaking might be the sound of your liberation. Now you understand why. It's not you that's breaking, it's the shell, the casing, the borrowed identity that was built on a foundation of fear. The demolition of the old you is not an act of destruction, but the most radical and courageous act of creation, that of finally making space for who you really are to be born. The void that follows the fall of the mask is not a void of lack, but a void of infinite potential. It's the silence necessary for you to, for the first time, hear your own voice. If this message resonated with your journey, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the art of being human. Hit that like button so this idea can reach more people who, at this very moment, might be desperately trying to fix a mask that just needs to be dropped. In the comments below, share, when was a time you felt your mask crack, and what did you discover in the process? Your story might be the permission someone else needs to begin their own journey of liberation.